Hello, my name is Richard Fordry. I'm the founder of Boost Life Skills, and I'd like to talk to you about our employability skills course structure. Many of our courses follow the same structure, but of course they can also be as flexible as we need them to be in order to deliver whatever your objectives are for your students. So here goes. We'd start by doing a bit of a warm-up, any housekeeping, but most importantly, we get the students talking. We need them to contribute, we need them to participate, and the more two-way conversation we get going during the course, the more interesting it is for everybody in the room. We would do introductions, both the students and the trainer, so that everybody becomes more familiar with each other, and that creates the right environment for a fun and enjoyable course. We would do a pre-course questionnaire or poll, which is anonymous, and this links to the same questionnaire or poll at the end of the course. And what that enables us to do is to provide you with qualitative and quantitative feedback so that you can assess whether or not the course has delivered what you wanted it to for your students. We talk about the objectives of the training, and we would talk about the Boost framework so they understand what they're looking at in relation to all employability skills. And of course, the Boost framework splits into the three models around you yourself as an individual, being part of a team, and your attitude in the workplace around employability skills. We would go into the definition of the skill that we're training in, create some debate about that, and then we would keep the students very active, either playing games, doing activities, or watching videos, all of which are demonstrating the skill. We'd give the students some questions to consider about themselves, about their application of this skill as they know it today, and we'd give them some examples of different roles, and we would debate these roles in terms of why do they need to be strong at whatever skill we're training in. And we'd get lots of debate going in the room. We'd also talk to the students about what good looks like so that they can be clear around what they're aspiring to in the future. We would use methodology. We would give them a model to follow or steps to follow where appropriate. We'd give them a series of other top tips, things to think about in summarising the skill. And we would give them a workbook, either a paper version or a PDF version, that's up to you to define, but the workbook would contain the summary page, which captures a lot of the discussion that we would have brought into the training with the students. We'd also get the students to think about what do they already do well, but more importantly, what are they going to do differently going forward? And this is where the learning log becomes important, because this is their opportunity to capture what they're going to do differently, and the evidence which they record over time, it becomes very, very powerful when they're applying for roles or places in further education, and they're able to refer back to these documents to be able to demonstrate the skills that they utilised or how they developed those skills by thinking differently or taking different actions. This is the one-pager, so this is the sort of page that is in the workbook, which summarises everything that was in the course. We would also do a recap of learnings where we would want the students to be calling out what they've learned so that we can make sure that we have then delivered the right objectives. We would do a post-course questionnaire or poll, again, which is anonymous, and that's obviously part of the data that allows us to feed back to you so that you know the course has been a success. And then simply we would tick off the objectives to say, have we covered the three objectives, which tends to be the definition of the skill and the deep dive into it, an understanding of what good looks like, and then finally thinking about what it means for the students individually and what they're going to do differently in the future. So that's it. That's the general structure that we operate most of our courses to. We are, of course, extremely flexible, but we know that this works well. and students do enjoy it. We know from the qualitative and the quantitative feedback that we get and that we can share with you that these courses work and improve students' understanding around employability skills. So if there's any way that we can help you, please do make contact and ask for our support. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.